had you guys write down backstories, obviously, so like your character is a person, and so that
mine isn't ready.
Yeah, like don't worry about yours too much, Eclipse. Like we'll get to it. But
Yes,
it was
might
one
have
so
its
that
issues.
it was one so that you could understand like your character's motivations, and two, it's also to make your character a person.
Yes.
So, for example, in real life, what's your objective at the moment in real life?
Getting to study game design so I can be a game developer.
Okay, and once you're a game developer, then what?
Then I create games, and
And once you make games, then what?
I entertain people.
And once you've entertained people, then what?
I keep doing it.
You see, it's that's exactly what your character's backstory is. Like you've got a personal objective that you want to obviously pursue, but you also have like group objectives that you want to fulfill as well.
Yeah.
So if you don't have like a party sort of direction,
what's the emblem?
We'll try to complete our own goals.
Yeah, essentially. Like
Alright.
obviously not all the time, but like
I mean, you just gave us last time. You basically gave us an objective that stirs deep within my character. So I'm gonna find out who killed the queen and the king, and then just the king.
Get rid of the volume
And I want to
on
get help the people of the lands. My objective is clear now.
yeah, like obviously you don't have to like always be focusing on that. Like obviously you can take downtime if you want it. You can do whatever. It's just like if you're concerned about what you should be doing.
Oh, fucking Eclipse! Another guy who's like, oh look at me, I'm so fancy. I have a profile pic.
What?
No.
Oh, that's the.
It's an eclipse. Let me guess. It's an eclipse. Just like this is the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can I open my bloody thing as a PDF, like to write on it and save it?
Right click it and open it with Reader.
There's no reader option.
You might have to search for more apps.
Oh great, we're gonna have starting problems.
It's cool, it's cool. I still need to prepare a few things.
There's only Google Chrome.
If you go to search more apps.
I can open it with Notepad. Oh, it's just a bunch of text.
Did you find your GM things, Jen, this time?
I have many GM things, okay? It's just it's hard on like one screen. If I had dual screens this would be a lot easier, but I'm switching between like Roll20 plus my notepad notes plus like character references and NPC names and like town names and shit.
Alright.
So I get a bit confused about which window I need to have open sometimes.
Cool.
So I'm trying to open it, but it just keeps opening as a bunch of text.
You open it with
like
Reader.
commands and stuff. I don't have Reader.
If you got Windows 10, you've got Reader.
There is no Reader.
Then search Reader.
What are you guys talking about?
The program Reader, so you can edit PDFs. Yes, we know Eclipse, you're a scrub and you're so cool with your subscription, so you can always work on PDFs.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Install the app. How do I make here an echo on this bloody app?
Did
No, I got that subscription for free.
Guys, how do I turn the volume off Roll20 because I can hear echoes?
How the fuck does Roll20 make echoes? I think it's Discord that makes echoes.
No, you can have voice chats on the game.
I've turned off my mic.
I don't know how to turn it off.
I don't even have a mic on here.
It does have a mic on there.
Let me see.
How do I roll here?
Oh, I can hear.
So Eclipse, you're going to want to go to the gear on the right-hand side. It says My Settings.
Tiffany, you're like, can you use push to talk?
I have got push to talk on.
Ah.
It'll be the echo, because for some
Yeah,
reason.
Hey, it still works like that.
Because for some reason, I don't know how to turn the mic off the actual game. Like roll 20. You can voice chat and roll 20.
Are you using
Club.
Let's go then.
One moment, please.
Buy Eclipse, what the fuck? Ooh, they're hanging out in Scrub Team too. We could join, but you know I won't be rude. Great. I'm all alone. He was mad, wasn't he? Don't.
No, he's telling me to do clips about the character, and I came and sing. Am I not meant to be here? They're just kicked out.
Don't anger the Chen. Don't anger the DM even more than we already did. Fucking. Can we just start?
We're gonna have a rave.
As we left off, yes. We were like, some guards were getting some peeps.
Yes, you
to get us
guys
through the
had
desert.
you'd washed up on the desert, well, on the beach, from your lovely little cruise over to the nation of Trymira.
Died.
Yes, you almost died in an encounter with a very angry group of merfolk.
Well, we didn't even come close to dying there.
We got dragged into the water.
You met a lady called Adeline, a half-elf merchant of some kind.
She's a traitor.
She's
I
way too
remember.
strong, and she's an asshole, and you accepted her offer.
Yeah, of course I did.
So you escorted her, or I guess she led you, to Seagate Village, in which you made a few shady dealings with a man named Cillian. And now you are trying to travel to the closest city, I guess. You walk to the northern side of the town, and you found a gate which seems to lead out into nothingness, the vast expanse of the desert. And you noticed a symbol on the top, and you learned a little bit about the situation of the nobles here in Trymira. And we left off with you waiting for a guard to find a group of others to escort you to the town of Rast. So you're waiting outside for 3 to 4 minutes around the base of this gate. And the guard, Jaren, what was his name, returns with a very raggedy-looking half-orc, black tendrils of hair growing out his face. He's got
come on.
You know, he's got his teeth are kind of sharp, but they're sort of filed off. You know, sort of like a safe. This guy doesn't scream terror at you, but he is a bit of an intimidating presence.
But he is kind of like an orc.
He's a half orc.
Would you be mad at me if I said I had to go now?
No.
Okay, well, can I go now? And I'll be back before we start?
We are starting literally right now.
It's better than halfway through it, okay? I'm sorry.
You can go now. Go now. It's cool.
Okay. You can keep playing if you want, and you can just tell me what's happened.
Jen, let me send you a picture of my thingy. My friend, my guy.
Walked out with this half orc fellow, and he's told you that this is all I could find. Everybody else seems to be busy with paperwork, with you know, it gets very busy around here. We're the only Southern Port escort service here. Pays good, but I guess It's the best I can muster up for you guys. And he ushers to this orc gentleman. He's like, "Why don't you introduce yourself to the party here?"
The big party consisting of me and 2 people who are not currently available for comments.
Yeah.
Hello there. I'll keep you safe as long as you pay me well. My name is Morduk Mavis. All I care about is knowledge. My quest continues. I seek to study the arcane.
Great.
The Jaren kind of just gives you this weird sort of stare. He's like, "For customers, Morduk, they don't care about why you're here."
We care immensely.
Arcane is all above us, all around us. They should care.
Oh, alright then. Hello, Marduk.
So as you
I can't share pictures in this.
just post it to me on Discord, man.
I'm trying, I can't. Not in the channel.
Just PM it to me.
Ah, okay.
So as he kind of suits up, he says, "You guys ready for a trip through the desert? It's it could be quite daunting. You got enough water, supplies?"
Yes. Shh, we do.
Well then, I guess we'll be off. Yeah, as it is around 10 to 11 p.m. at night, he lights up a torch, and is that a half orc?
Half orc, half elf.
You're a
Yes,
half
it's-
orc.
It's very interesting. So he lights up a torch and he gets ready to leave through the northern gate. And just as you're about to leave, you hear a familiar voice. "Hey, wait for me!" And you turn around and you notice it's Adeline,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
your favorite person.
My
However,
most favorite person in the galaxy.
she's looking a lot different than she did before. Whereas before you saw her, she was dressed in kind of noblish sort of dress. Sort of like you'd expect if you were walking into a shop or if you were noticing a merchant selling extravagant goods. And she's now wearing thick leather combat armor. Her hair's tied up in a knot. She's got a small sword attached to her waist. She says, "You don't mind if I tag along, do you?"
What if we do?
Who's
It wasn't a
that?
question.
Who's this person?
Wait, what's her name? Adeline? She betrayed me for 50 gold.
Betrayed?
Yes.
I think we made a deal, did we not?
No, you didn't make a deal with me.
I made a deal with your party.
I didn't have a party.
Tiffany kind of chimes in and says, "I made a deal."
Sounds like Tiffany, alright?
Oh, it's
She
gonna
says-
be a long
She walks
trip,
up to you and she
isn't
kind of
it?
looks you dead in the eye. And she says, "Don't worry, our deals can be much more lucrative than 50 gold coin."
I suppose that'll do.
With that, she
Well,
kind of
hold on a
walks ahead of-
minute. Hold on. I didn't make a deal with this, and the person said I will be only escorting 3 people.
Don't
Not
worry, I can
4.
take care of myself.
Well, you can pay me extra money.
Oh,
if
Shadow
you're,
Boss isn't. Bitch, doesn't matter how many people are gonna pay you, you cunt.
So she turns to
Sounds like Shadow, right?
Eclipse, and Jaren also turns. and
Morduk, not Eclipse.
Morduk, apologies. And they both kind of give you this strange look. And Jaden says, "Our fees are paid by the crown. You need not worry about payment."
Very well.
Crown pays us to escort merchants from the docks to Rast and back if they need be.
I don't care who's paying as long as I get paid.
And coin you shall have, friend. Shall we set off?
We shall.
So, Jaren sort of tries to take the lead with his torch lit.
So are we on horses now or not?
You're on foot.
Yeah.
One thing you do manage to notice about Adeline is she no longer has
The box.
anything she's sort of coveting. At the moment, she seems a lot more free and flippant in attitude. So as you leave, begin your travel north. As you approach the desert, it's kind of, well, there's not much to look at. It's just sort of kind of like the same landscape you've been encountering, these rolling hills of nothingness and sand, with this dry sort of air hitting the back of your throat, giving you a little cough every now and then. You do begin to notice temperature start to drop, as it is the desert. It gets very cold at night.
I start freezing, because I am a lizard.
You sort of pull your robes tight around yourselves. You notice that there is a kind of a loose sort of road, as if lots of people have travelled through here. It's all very like compact, almost into like a sort of stone, like a pressed kind of stone. But there's no actual form to your path. It's kind of very straight. It's like it'd be very easy to get lost without someone who knows the land. So
I'm glad we have Murdoch.
Well,
He's
hold
the
on.
man of land.
Can I look around?
you can. You want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
So you roll a d20. 1d20, and you add your perception modifier.
I don't see what that is.
Can I try again?
No.
Then what was it?
It's a 17.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so-
pretty good.
Yeah.
17 plus perception. Where's my perception?
Under skills. You know where the skills are located on the first page, on right, on one of the boxes to the right of.
Left side of the sheet underneath your saving throws.
I would have said, to the right of the base values of strength, dexterity, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I have +2.
So
it's like
19. I think that's
19.
pretty good.
Okay.
So as you're traveling, you're sort of keeping a keen eye, looking around. There's not much going on. It is the desert. You notice a few sort of high sandstorms. However, in the distance on the path that you are traveling, you do notice sort of more concentrated, bigger dust cloud. It seems to be very close to the path.
Can we ignore the dust cloud and move away from it?
Jaren looks over to you and says, "Be unwise to stray from the path of the desert, friend. I'm sure we can handle whatever it is."
We have Adeline. We can handle anything.
I don't really trust her.
I mean,
I think
but
If you
it
would have
gives you a
said-
sly smile.
I mean, I'm not saying this as my character, but I'm just saying this out of character.
When you say stuff out of character, say I'm out of character, and then say whatever you want.
No, I have different voices.
Okay.
Do you not hear the difference in my voice?
Why are you asking me this?
For fuck's sake. Alright, fine, whatever.
Okay. Um. Um. Hmm.
Yeah, can we just go towards the gust of sand? Because I don't really care. We are
Yeah, sorry.
we're pretty big people. We're a pretty good big group.
I'm having a little bit of trouble with the
Walking
site.
into the dust will be unwise, my friend. Trust me. I sense something over there.
Oh yeah. In regards of sensing, I would like to use my divine sense. If I can determine anything evil.
So the way your divine sense works, it doesn't necessarily give you like there's an evil thing here.
Detect, determine, and locate evil.
Yeah, it doesn't like say there's evil right here at this spot. It sort of tells you that in your general area to north of you around 200 feet there is a presence.
Well, that is probably the gust. Thank you, that's all I wanted to know. There seems to be a presence looming in front of us. We might try to tread carefully.
I told you, my friend. There's something weird about that dust.
Sorry guys, I'm still having this issue with the site. It's being really weird. I can't
Do you want to
do
show us
anything.
a picture of a gust of wind or a gust of sand instead of this sigil?
Yeah, I do want to progress it, but it's just not working with me.
That's great.
No, okay, there we go. So,
I mean, there. I still see the sigil.
no, yeah, it's working again.
Oh, good, good.
So as you get closer to this dust cloud, you notice it's a little bit off the path. And you see kind of like these darkish sort of claws sort of occasionally flash out from within the cloud. Or maybe a wing or two.
Could we I mean, not me, cause I'm dumb as fuck. But can anyone smarter than me make like a check to see if they know something about these creatures?
How do I call a check?
So you roll a d20 and add your...
History, insight, investigation, any of those?
Add your history. You add your history or your insight. Choose one.
Okay. I gaze into the dust cloud with my vision, and I try
Actually,
to
no, for this,
detect
I'd say make it a perception. Be a perception.
perception. Okay. D20.
Yep.
Yes. Plus your wisdom modifier.
That was a 9 before, but yeah, okay. 9 and wisdom.
I think
Yep.
that's written under perception. I mean, maybe you have a extra bonus, but it's your wisdom mostly.
Under perception, it says performance. That's
Left
a
to perception. There's
Left?
a number.
So amongst the wings and the claws, you also see these giant arcing tails that are very pointy. They seem to be armored in some sort of plating.
Are those dragons?
You being a dragonborn, you know things about dragons, things about wyverns, and it doesn't seem to appear to be anything like a dragon tail.
That both scares me and makes me happy.
I say we ignore it.
So, at this point,
I mean, so
you
this
know-
thing is just by our side, just moving along.
No, it's a bit in front of you. As you notice this, you see to your side that Adeline has gotten very low to the ground, and Jaden is also kind of acting very cautiously.
I suppose I'll do the same.
Fingers to his lips and goes, "Just be quiet."
I I also use caution.
So we're going back to improv, boys, because Sight doesn't want to work with me. But here we go.
I mean, that's something.
So around.
Around the bush that has a red square around it. There's a bunch of weird random lines.
Tutorial. What's the marching order? I'd say that
I'd say, you know, I'm
your friend
probably...
Jaren is up front.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then behind
Adlin
him
was
maybe
with him.
Marduk, and then... Yeah, Toriel, Tiffany, and Shadow, if those two are technically with us, are in the back.
Is Medivh.
Yeah, Medivh and Tiffany.
So the dust cloud that you see is a bit further ahead of you. It sort of encompasses the path. It's around about here. You can't see into it too much. But right now I'm going to have you roll initiative.
Yay! I love rolling initiative because I get choose every time, or 13s.
So initiative is actually whether you roll plus your dexterity order.
Plus my dexterity. Well, my dexterity is nothing, so 13.
What dice do you use to roll
A
initiative?
D20. You did everything correctly, and you rolled a D12. Never mind. Roll a D20. There we go. Plus your dexterity modifier. Why am I talking like this? You know where you...
0 on my dexterity.
Oh.
Why?
Because then you don't have a modifier for it? I don't have one either.
Ah. Then 7, I guess.
So 13 and 7.
Yep.